8 o'clock. I had this on crooked this morning. Okay, Monday, April the 28th, 8 o'clock p.m. I'm at the airport. It's been a long day of travel. I didn't have a nap today. I was too wound up to actually have a nap. I thought I'd do a quick walkie-talkie, or in this case a travel-later talkie. It's all going very smoothly, of course. Had a nice Japanese curry for dinner. Went through customs. I'm way early, but like I said this morning, if you're going to hang around, you might as well hang around somewhere different. And the airport's good. I spent some time on the observation deck. Never been up there before, so if you happen to come to the airport early, go to the observation deck. So I've got lots of airport stories, so I'll tell you one today. And it's not a great story, but it's just funny, just a connection. So the airport, and this is a previous time, and I went through the, where you take off your belt and everything. And the guy asked me to open up my luggage. I think I had a wheelie carry-on. So I opened it up, and I don't know, he goes through it very quickly, lifting this and feeling behind that. I don't know why I got charged or why I got challenged to do this, but probably because I look like a Middle Eastern terrorist. As he's going through my socks and underwear with his hands, the guy behind me goes, "You pack really well." I thought that was really funny. It's a connection. I had a good laugh. I think he was joking. I love it when you have a little conversation in the line for Starbucks or something with a perfect stranger, or in this case, when you're having your things gone through by a airport agent of some kind. And as you know, I used to work as a real estate agent. That was the last job I had before I retired. More than a year ago now. And I used to flip through the glossy magazines of the real estate for sale, and I used to marvel at the random ugliness of my colleagues. I'm not bragging, I'm no better looking than they are. But that's just what it was. It was like we're all trying to do our best, but we look like a bunch of varnished turds, essentially. We're putting on our best outfits and posing for the glamour shot, but we're certainly not very glamorous. We're selling houses, for God's sake. Just real people. And that's funny too. Don't you think? I guess from my real estate friends, I know that the real estate market's not doing that well this year. So I'm actually really happy that I retired. The market was going crazy. I'd probably have a impulse to get back into it, have some fun, make some money. But luckily the volume of sales is way down, so I don't have to even think about it. If I had to go back to work because my 401k or my RRSP was not doing well, I wouldn't go back into real estate. What I would do is I'd get an old truck and start my own moving company. I'd hire a couple of guys and we'd go into business. I'd drive the truck and move the sofa cushions. They can move the sofa.
最后登机广播，搭乘星宇航空公司322。
The best job I ever had, I think, was when I worked as a furniture mover for J&L Moving in Victoria, BC. Every day we'd show up at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and we would move furniture until it was all moved. Sometimes it was all moved by 1 o'clock, and sometimes it was all moved by 6 or 7 o'clock. I think we worked 6 days a week too. Great job. And that's where I first learned that people are excellent hoarders. And you know what? Everyone's a hoarder. I just look at the luggage that people carry too. Like, people need so much stuff all the time. So if you're watching this video, look around right now. Look around your desk or wherever you might be. And I bet you could see something that needs throwing away. So do me a favor. Just grab that something and find a good spot for it. So every once in a while, a regular guy will win the lottery, and then he'll buy a mansion and give money to all his friends, and maybe buy an expensive car and a boat, invest in some kind of crazy scheme. And something like 8 times out of 10, that guy will be not only broke, but in worse financial shape than he was in before he won the lottery, within about a year and a half. People just love to buy stuff. And I once met a guy who said that the lottery was set up to catch time travelers. Still thinking about that all these years later. I don't think that's why the lottery was set up. I don't know how it could catch time travelers either, but I suppose it could. There are 6 rules to live by if you're a time traveler. Those are: do not ask anyone directly for information. Do not introduce yourself or identify yourself to anyone. Do not share information about the future with anyone from the present. It's better to be baffled than to break any of the rules. Enjoy things as they are offered without the need to know more. And never try to cheer up an unhappy person. Let them enjoy their unhappiness. I sometimes think my cat is a time traveler. It's actually a slave to technology. We got this fancy feeder, automatic feeder, that will feed it twice a day. 6 o'clock, I think it is. And it plays a little tune right before it dispenses the food. The cat somehow knows, just before the tune goes on, that the food is going to come out. And the cat also knows, and this is probably biological, that an hour or so before feeding time, she will get very close to the feeding machine, waiting for it to go off. Just like the dogs in Taiwan. I've seen them cross the street. And dogs are colorblind, right? And somehow they know. They can just sense the traffic stopping, and if you close your eyes and you're on the street corner in Taiwan, you can tell when the light turns green. So all the traffic takes off in that direction. So it's not really rocket science. But it is a great learning. So traffic is not dangerous. Well, actually, that's not true. Once you recognize something as being dangerous, it becomes less dangerous. And the dogs in Taiwan realize the danger and therefore have adapted to it. It's just simple learnings. So you can't win every race, but you can get to the end. And if you can't get to the end, at least you can start. And say something like starting something. If you can start something, then you're halfway to finishing it. Saying yes to almost any question asked is a good strategy. Who knows where it can lead? So this walkie-talkie channel is doing very well. Better than I would have predicted, better than I expected or even hoped for. But I'm going back to Canada tonight, so we'll see how it does once I'm there, because I think an exotic location is probably a lot of the draw. Maybe not all the draw, but a lot of it. As I said on a previous video, it's great return on investment. It only takes me 10 minutes to record one of these, and then a quick selfie, and then I upload it. At best it takes me, for the sake of round numbers, 30 minutes from start to finish. But I'll get 10 hours of watch time for a 30-minute investment of my time. That's pretty good. And my time is worth nothing. And I'm really appreciating my audience. I'm bringing you with me to the airport and on my daily walks. I have a really boring life, but I don't mind sharing that. With Bob's Utopia, I tried a little harder. I had music and things. Didn't try that hard. But I'd rather have fewer people watching regularly than a lot of people watching once in a while. Does that make sense? Well, I think I did 10 minutes. I've been back and forth a few times. I'm feeling kind of tired already, and I haven't even really started my journey. But we'll change it up today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in Canada.